Today we'll be taking a look at 20 myths in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This goes from cool secrets to awesome gameplay mechanics. Let's take a look and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Myth: Mario can hold items while gliding. With the parachute cap badge, Mario can hover around using his head. If he's holding a shell the moment he activates the badge, that shell will actually not fall down. Mario will instead hold it in between his legs like this. This works with all items Mario can carry, like shells, pots, and even some enemies. Elephant Mario can even do this with giant shells. Pretty impressive. Sadly enough, the shell cannot be kicked while gliding. It falls down whenever you release the grab button. So this myth is confirmed. Myth: Mario can perform a fast pipe entry. Pipes can be found in almost every Mario game. You can enter them to reach other areas, which looks like this in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, with a cool animation. But if you ground pound onto the pipe like this, that animation is skipped and you enter the pipe way faster. This mechanic can also be found in Super Mario Odyssey. This myth is confirmed. Myth: Juggling a shell grants you a surprise. Elephant Luigi can use his trunk to hit enemies and items. He can even shoot them upwards by holding up on the D-pad. By hitting a shell upwards 5 times in a row, it will break and give you some delicious golden coins, which is a pretty cool secret. This also works with other enemies, as you can see here. It can also be done with these giant shells, but it will give you the same amount of coins as normal items. This myth is confirmed. Myth: Mario loses his head at 99 lives. In some previous Mario games, Mario loses his head once he reaches the max amount of lives, another cool secret. For Super Mario Bros. Wonder, this is sadly enough not the case. The max amount of lives is 99, and after you reach it, Mario will still have his iconic cap. This myth is busted. Myth: Drill Mario can kill thwomps with a drill. The drill power-up is pretty cool as it can kill hard and spiky enemies, pretty much like the spiny Shelmet in Super Mario Maker 2. Unlike the Shelmet though, it's not possible to kill thwomps by jumping into them from below. However, you won't take any damage by doing so. So for thwomps, the drill power-up only works defensively. Quite surprising. You can also not kill them by doing the drill ground pound. This myth is busted. Myth: Yoshi runs slower if ridden by Elephant Mario. Elephant Mario is pretty big, and if he jumps on Yoshi, you can see that he has to put in a lot of effort. He even starts to sweat. So here's a comparison of the speed between two Yoshis, one being ridden by normal Mario and one by Elephant Mario. You can clearly see that they run the exact same speed, which doesn't really make sense. This is also the case for when they run at full speed. This myth is busted. Myth: Elephant form can push harder than normal form. Super Mario Bros. Wonder added pushable obstacles to the game. These can be pushed by all playable characters. I wanted to check if Elephant Mario could push harder than normal Luigi. If both players push the box at the same time, Elephant Mario clearly pushes Luigi back. As a result, if 2 Elephant players push the box, it doesn't move. I also wanted to check what would happen if 2 players went up against Elephant Mario, but unfortunately, it's not possible for 2 players to push one side at the same time. So this myth is confirmed. Myth: You can get more than 999 purple coins. In Super Mario Bros. Wonder, you can collect purple coins, which are a bit more difficult to find than normal coins. During my playthrough, I wondered if it was possible to get more than 999 purple coins. After I collected those 999, the number didn't go up anymore. But if you get a Wonder Flower, you can collect small purple fragments which grant you 0.1 purple coin. This meant I could go past 999 coins, with the max amount being 999.9 purple coins. So this myth is confirmed. Myth: You can take items through pipes. From games like Super Mario Maker 2, we're used to being able to carry items through pipes, from one area to another. But this is actually not possible in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Luigi will actually leave the item he is carrying behind when entering a pipe. This is likely to prevent cheese or any unintended behavior. Even if you keep the item in Yoshi's mouth, it will vanish once you exit the pipe from the other end. So this myth is busted. Myth: You can drill into the ground underwater. Mario can use his drill to dig underground or into a ceiling, but can he also do it if he is underwater? The answer is unfortunately no. Even though the ground would be diggable, Mario just crouches, as you can see here. It's impossible to jump into ceilings too, instead he just bonks his head against it. It's also not possible to enter the water while drilled into the ground. The game will make you jump out automatically. We can find the same result when inside this green goo or jelly. Mario won't start digging into it either, so this myth is busted. Myth: Elephant Mario and Luigi have hair. Elephant Mario and Luigi both wear their respective heads, so it's difficult to see if they have hair or not. Using the parachute cap badge, they'll actually lift up their cap, revealing that they're both bald. All other characters that can become an elephant also use caps even though they're not wearing them. And for the Toads, I was really hoping that they would use their mushroom heads as parachutes, so we would finally be able to see their true form. But I guess not, so this myth is busted. Myth: you go extra fast while holding a shell and equip the Dolphin Kick badge. One of the new badges is the Dolphin Kick, which grants you a big swimming advantage by giving you a lot of speed. It's also possible to swim a bit faster by holding onto a shell, as you can see here. So, I was wondering if you would be even faster by combining the two. Let's compare it. As you can tell, the speed is pretty much the exact same. Mario does not swim faster by combining the Dolphin Kick and holding a shell. This myth is busted. Myth: flowers get sad if you turn off their voice in settings. Flowers are the big thing about Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and some of them can even talk, giving you some tips, info, or reactions. There is a cool secret about them though. In the settings menu, you can turn off their voice. If you do so, the talking flower in the settings menu will be quite sad and ask this.
Oh, was it something I said?
Pretty cool of the developers to put this in. This myth is confirmed. Myth: Koopas wake up in Yoshi's mouth. Just like in most previous Mario games, Koopas wake up after a while when they're jumped on. It even has a cool animation now. I wondered if they would still wake up if they're inside Yoshi's mouth. So I chunked this green Koopa and waited for around 2 minutes. After all that time, the Koopa still hadn't woken up. So I think it's safe to say that they can't come out of their shell when inside Yoshi's mouth. This myth is busted. Myth: Yoshi can ride Yoshi. In Super Mario Bros. Wonder, it's possible to play as Yoshi himself, so I immediately wanted to test out if one Yoshi could ride another. And yes, it is definitely possible. It looks funny too. After that, I wanted to see if Luigi could mount these two stacked Yoshis, but as expected, that was not possible. So this myth is confirmed. Myth: normal Mario can hold big shells. As we saw before, giant shells can be found in certain stages in the game. We saw that it can be held by Elephant Mario, but is that also the case for other power-up forms? Sadly, the answer is no. The giant shell will simply be kicked away if you try to pick it up, which does make sense. So this myth is busted. Myth: you can throw fireballs while crouched. The iconic fire flower made a return in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. A cool gameplay feature they added is the ability to throw fireballs while crouched. I was pretty surprised this was possible when I accidentally found out during my playthrough. Not only fireballs can be shot while crouched, but bubbles too. They probably added this mechanic because you can also use your trunk in elephant form when crouched. So this myth is confirmed. Myth: Mario does something if he's idle for a long time. In games like Super Mario Odyssey, Mario falls asleep when you're idle for too long. I wanted to check if there was something similar in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So after being idle for about 2 seconds, Prince Florian pops up and actually shows you which badge you're currently using. After that, I waited for around 5 more minutes, but nothing really happened. Mario just stood still the entire time without anything significant happening. So this myth is busted. Myth: 4 is the max amount of bubbles to shoot. The bubble flower allows you to throw bubbles, but what is the maximum amount? I started blowing bubbles randomly and came to the conclusion that it is 6. If you've already blown 6 bubbles and tried to blow another, the already blown ones will simply pop like this. This is also the case for fireballs. After 6 fireballs, they will disappear if you throw another. So this myth is busted. Myth: you can kill boos with bubbles. Bubbles can be used to kill enemies, as they will be sucked into them and die. I wondered if it would also work on boos, as they're invulnerable to most power-ups. So I started to blow bubbles on them, but they sadly just passed through the boos. I also tried with the elephant's trunk, but no success there either. This myth is busted. That's it for this video. Consider subscribing and leaving a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.